really intense month. A lot of shifting going on, a lot of exploring darkness and uncomfortable tunnels. Before I start this, I just want to start letting you in a little bit more on some of the things that I do to try to connect with intention and with something more. And so before I start this, before I start trying to speak messages from the heart, sometimes I like to even just close my eyes to feel more into what I'm saying than kind of looking at this camera. But I like to take a deep breath and like feel my heart, connect with it, see like what it wants to say today, slowing down because the mind has been racing like crazy. And yeah, getting out of the mind and stop asking the mind what it wants to say, because I think I've been falling into that trap for a little while, and getting back to the heart to see what the heart actually wants to say. And also just saying, like, connecting with this intention to see what the heart wants to say, but to help me heal, to help me expand, but also with this intention that anybody who comes across any of these messages also gets something in any way that like serves them best. So yeah, just like a lot of scurrying around out of fear these past few weeks, being unwilling to go into the darkness even though I've needed to. There's been a lot of shame around sensitivity, and so I kind of want to try to talk about that a little bit today. The fact that there's a quiet strength in sensitive ones, perhaps like you if you're watching this, and we have to stop feeling ashamed of that part of ourselves. There are a lot of like really awesome people doing work around like highly sensitive people, like sensitive people finding like quiet ways or like subtle ways to be in the world and to engage with others and to create from this special place that has been silenced for a really long time out of fear of what that can bring up. But I feel like it's the safest time now to start to bring those sensitivities to the surface, but parts of us are still afraid because we feel like there are some people that still won't understand those sensitive sides, those sensitive pieces. But there are more and more people that are starting to understand that and starting to awaken to their truly sensitive selves. So we can't shame ourselves for it, and we can't keep trying to numb it out or denying it. Feels like a lot of my messages are the same. They're all intermingled. Into all of these things that I am. But it's all these like little pieces of a bigger puzzle that make up who we all are as complex beings, as beings that are all connected through an ancient magic. I really wanted to just say the word magic this morning because I feel like it's connected. I feel like there's something like being sensitive, like the word magic, like there's something so enchanting with that word, something so whimsical and fun and yet so forbidden. behind the words both magic and sensitive. And so I want to use the word magic more because I feel like magic is what we create. Magic is what we intend it to be, and I want more magic in my life. I don't care what that sounds like. It's just true. And we are the creators of our own lives and of our own day, you know, of everything that we go through. And if you want more magic in your life, if I want more magic in my life, then we just do it. We just put more of that magic in it. I've been so outside of myself these past few months that I've just lost touch with my original mission to reconnect to my personal truth, freedom, and peace. And along the way, I forgot myself again, and I keep wondering, will that stop? Will I stop people pleasing, forgetting to say no, ignoring my boundaries and ignoring what my true desires and expectations for myself are? Sometimes I feel like I need to silence the sensitive self, the sensitive side of things, the side that wants to go in the dark and the light, that wants to feel things fully because it makes people uncomfortable. I've tried to talk about this before, but I feel like I'm either surrounded by people who want to stay ultra positive or stay super negative, and I feel like it's not by coincidence, and I'm in this place in between now. And this week I'm probably going to be releasing a video that I recorded this summer that's very upbeat and positive, and I left a note of something a little bit less positive, something a piece of what I was going through underneath the surface of that. And some people don't like to hear those truths. When I show my Fernata videos to family, if I leave in some of the harder stuff, some of the darker stuff, I see that it makes people around me that are watching it, when I watch these videos with people, it makes them uncomfortable. They don't like to have to see that darker side that I'm expressing amidst that, the happiness or whatever. And so, sometimes I leave in more or less of that. I try to keep those videos pretty positive, with a more uplifting beat, but I like to leave in those little dark bits too, because they're real, and I don't want to have to pretend that. And this has been the recurring theme in my life, is that I don't want to have to pretend that they're not happening. I don't want to have to pretend that I'm not feeling what is true for me, which is, feeling pain, feeling loneliness, feeling suffering, feeling existential crisis, I don't want to have to pretend that that's not going on, even if it makes people uncomfortable. Because it's a painful truth, but we can't deny it. The more we try to repress it, the more it'll hurt. And so that's why expressing it is so important, and letting it out. And I say these things all the time. That's why I wonder if I'm done making these videos, because now in a lot of ways I feel like I'm just repeating myself. Anyway, I was really feeling like there was no hope. It was really like the bottom of the well, but I'm starting to feel a little bit better again already. A little bit more optimistic again now that I'm going inwards again, to kind of like go into isolation mode and stillness to be able to attain that, but that's just the reality, and I don't want to have to hide that. So I'm gonna do a meditation now. I'm gonna experiment with. I've started this intention to go into stillness throughout the month of December, and I have, and it has helped, and I haven't really figured out how to integrate that into this project with you. I don't know what the best way to go about that is, but I have some ideas for next year, for starting to connect with people more, people who kind of resonate with what I'm talking about, kind of just like figuring out ways to connect online, getting in circles, virtual circles, and talking, and just kind of creating lanes for exchange. So keep an eye on my website for like free online events in case you want to hang out together online. We can make that happen. And for now, I think I'm going to start experimenting with just continuing with meditation, just doing kind of whenever I feel like the heart pulls me to it, to just come and do like a live YouTube meditation, and that way I can kind of take the videos off, because it feels weird to just like leave meditation videos on my channel if they don't need to be there. So I'll separate messages and meditation, but meditation needs to be happening, and I really invite you to join me if you're looking for somebody or like an excuse to get you meditating. Like, let me know. That's what I'm trying to do, and it's nice when we can kind of just do it from the comfort of our homes, like whenever we kind of feel the need to do it and we feel called to do it. So that is that. It looks like the middle of the night here, but I swear it's morning. So I'm gonna go about my day, and wishing you a great day as well. Thanks for being there.